Welcome out there in here. We are so excited. It is Indiana Jones time, Indiana Jones week. We are here to do a bunch of different Indiana Jones things with you. We're so excited. My name's Patrick. I'm on the marketing team for Indiana Jones.
I'm Chris. I'm design manager.
And I'm Eric. I'm a designer on Indy.
As mentioned, this is the week. It is just 2 days until the first new Indiana Jones movie in 15 years, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. We're obviously excited. I'm more excited than I normally am. So let's kick things off by taking a quick look at the latest trailer.
Retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move.
We need to get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Helena! Dr. Jones, get him. Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all.
You stole it.
Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way!
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes. And now, a final triumph.
Give him hell, Indiana Jones! A few times in my life, I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Sorry! But I've been looking for this all my life.
All right, that was amazing. I think we...
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
yeah, all the feels
Yep.
still. All right, it's been a great journey getting here. Almost a year since we started talking about the entire product line. And let's race through our map to adventure. We launched at PulseCon last year. We shared our first wave of adventure series, including the classic Raiders of the Ark Indiana Jones figures. And we also shared our other fan action figure expression retro figures. And then, of course, the Staff of Ra. I'm just going to keep going through things here. The Staff of Ra
So many
premium
things.
role play artifact. There's been so much. We kept things rolling with a fan stream in January, sharing our full kid-focused line, including Worlds of Adventure, our 12-inch whip action Indy, and our action cracking whip. More adventure series and retro items, including Tote, the German mechanic, Marion, and Belloc. All of those items are on shelf right now, so go check them out. More reveals in February, including more adventure series like this Dig Disguise Indy, and our Temple of Doom and Last Crusade retro figures. Really special in those ones there too.
So much.
Yeah. And then there was Star Celebration with more adventure series, including our Temple of Doom wave with Indy, Short Round, and the Build an Ark Artifact Skull Temple. And then our first adventure series figures from the Dial of Destiny, including Helena Shaw.
And then I was so lucky to chat about 40 plus years of Indiana Jones toy design with Chris here. You know, I actually consider myself always lucky anytime I get to have a conversation with him. Dwight Stahl, Kevin Evans, and Tim Effler on our designer roundtable. That is up right now on Hasbro Pulse YouTube. If you haven't checked it out now, it's a fascinating look at, again, 40 plus years of indie toy design. So go check it out. And that brings us to today. Of course we're going to have reveals, we're going to have new product, but we're also so excited and so fortunate to be able to talk with Karen Allen, who of course portrays Marion Ravenwood in the films, as well as John Rhys Davies, who of course portrays Sala in the films. All of the new reveals we're seeing today are mainline items. All of the new reveals will be available in fall 2023. That's fall of this year. And everything we reveal today will go on pre-order tomorrow, June 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll repeat those details again, but I just wanted to make sure we got them out early so that you had them all. So now let's go on and we will see the reveals.
Yep. All of our reveals today are from the Adventure series. So the most robust series in the line this year, we're going to be revealing our mainline wave of the Last Crusade figures, along with 2 more figures from the Dial of Destiny, and our Last Crusade build-in artifact. So up first, we've said this before, the brand is Indiana Jones, so you're going to have some figures of Indiana Jones, obviously. So we've only seen one look for Indy from Last Crusade so far, his Professor look, but now we have his hero look for most of the film, Indiana Jones from Last Crusade. Let me get this up here. So, this is our Last Crusade Indy, rounding out the original trilogy. Taking all the learnings from the previous Indies and applying them to this figure has let us make him consistent with the others. The figure features an open jacket with shirt and tie, which really makes him stand out from the other Indies in our line. It comes with a coiled whip and the extended whip, plus 2 other weapons. The last thing I really wanted to highlight on this was how his hat is articulated, letting you tilt the hat in different positions. Cool. This is something that Tom and team have worked on to have the hat be able to articulate while still maintaining that aesthetic of the hat being able to fully fit over the head, because he has kind of big hair. We want to make sure we didn't make the hat overly big, so we actually articulated the hat with a ball joint to be able to move back and forth. Tom and Bailey did a great job on.
Yeah. It's a great subtle feature, but
exactly.
It really gets all those super special moments.
Have we ever done that with a hat or a helmet before?
Not on any of the lines that I've worked on.
Groundbreaking hat technology here, right here.
Yeah, it's just really fun. It's a different way to pose them. It's a different way to execute those hats so that you can have them be a little bit smaller, form-fitting to the head.
Very cool. Awesome. He's never looked better.
Yes. Yeah, no, he looks awesome. He looks great. I'm really happy with how he turned out.
So cool.
So, cool.
Awesome. And then the packaging looks great as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then the last thing, the package features a pose render of him using his whip and some interaction with Henry Jones Sr. on the bottom of the illustration. So, yeah, the packaging looks awesome. I love that kind of sketch artifact style that we have. And features like the whole wave on the side of the packaging. It looks really cool. The renderings look awesome.
Got to have that. This film was obviously so defined by that interaction with Henry Jones Sr. Right. So great to see that on the packaging, and we might see more about that later.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. All right, so second in the wave, previous waves have had characters like Sala, Marion, and Short Round who are allies with Indy, but we've also seen characters in the line like Belloc who are maybe not allies with Indy. This might be the one character who is both. Of course, we're talking about Dr. Elsa Schneider. Nice. So grab her, bring her out here, So we'll take a quick look here at Elsa. She certainly has several different looks throughout the film. We chose this version because it's her most action-oriented look and is her outfit at the climax of the movie and fits well with some other characters in the line. She's a new figure that comes with alternate heads. I'll throw her alternate head out here. Yes,
in the jungle.
In the jungle, yeah. So I wouldn't forget her head. She has removable goggles. You can see them. I've got them on her head there, but. So you can take those off, put them around her neck like she wears them in the movie, on her head. The package shows a variety of images of her with the hat and those goggles. So just a really fun accent figure for Indy.
Can't do Last Crusade without Dr. Elsa Schneider.
No, you cannot. All right, next up, this character says one of the most often quoted lines from Indiana Jones film, other than Indy himself. But, as we said, he pairs well with Elsa's look that we just saw. He's also one of the most visually interesting characters, and of course, if you're going to have characters from a movie about the search for the Grail, you have to have the Grail Knight.
Of course.
So, I'll pull the Grail Knight out here. So, by including him in the line, we've chosen, I think we can all say this wisely.
Oh, nice little pat on the back there.
This is another new figure who comes with a sword and functioning sheath, allowing you to take the sword in and out of that sheath. So some fun play there. Reenact that scene where he's coming after you. We intentionally made him appear a little gaunt, as though he hadn't seen daylight for a very long time. Obviously, he's trapped there. Yes, a very, very long time. He comes with the Holy Grail, which is a fun accessory with a gold interior. And one other thing I wanted to call out was how Tom and Bailey put so much work into the chainmail on this guy. When you get up close and really look at this, the detail on that is crazy. Just how much it rolls over all the different folds and stuff in him. It flows, but it's got weight to it.
Exactly.
And lots of tiny details.
Cool. Awesome. So, alrighty, our final product reveal from Last Crusade today. Just like it was amazing to get that very first Indiana Jones into our 6-inch Adventure Series line, and that first Marion Ravenwood, we've just got these, iconic central characters to the trilogy, to the movies. So it is great to see one of the other most iconic characters from the films come to Adventure Series. Your Last Crusade Indy figure that we saw earlier, maybe we'll bring him up, but he'll be able to tell this figure, "Don't call me Junior." Of course, that was the first time I've done that. That wasn't bad. Of course, we're talking about Henry Jones Sr. Let's take a look. I think you're probably seeing him on the screen here. And of course, we'll have him up here on the round table. So Henry Jones Sr. coming to the Indy Adventure Series line. He has, as you can see here, a removable hat and glasses. Nice customization there. Chris is going to show that off. The glasses, I love kind of all the details that you guys do at the lines. The glasses were very unique and fun to do since they're so slight. I think probably the first time we had done something like that. And again, as Chris is demonstrating, removable, which is amazing. So being able to have them hook over the ears was a fun challenge that the team had to figure out. Obviously, as we're seeing here, he comes with his briefcase, an umbrella, and the packaging. Such an iconic character. Need to bring that out in the packaging as well. We've got a really great pose there to get all of those notable accessories in there. And I just love how the illustration came out. It's just a great transition into the portrait shot. And when that Indy figure comes up, this figure will be able to say, "Show some respect, Junior."
That was awesome.
There we go. Alrighty, so that is Henry Jones Sr., Dr. Henry Jones Sr. We said that was the final product reveal from Last Crusade, and that was certainly true. But as mentioned, we have 2 more reveals from the film that's about to launch, The Dial of Destiny. So let's talk about the first one. You can add this character to the pantheon of great Indiana Jones villains, and you can also add him to your collection. We've seen him in Worlds of Adventure so far, I think the 3 of us in January, in our more jungly setting. But coming to Adventure Series, it's Dr. Jürgen Voller, something like that. So let's take a look at him. So you can see him on the screen and here on the round table. So similar to Henry Sr., he also has removable glasses. Luckily, with these 2 coming out in the same wave, the team was able to learn from the other figure to get those glasses to function. So there was some nice complementarity there. Also comes with a briefcase. We really honed our briefcase accessory technology here. And the team just focused a lot of time into spending a lot of time to make him look as close to the way he does in the movie as possible. Some fun challenges there. We can see that in the figure itself. On the side, obviously we can't wait to see the film in a few days. I can already tell he's going to be an amazing villain within the indie world. So coming to the line, Dr. Jürgen Voller.
And our final figure reveal for the day, we've just seen glimpses in the trailer. We're really excited to learn more in a couple of days, but you can reserve him for your collection before the movie launches. It's Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So, he is a new figure that comes with removable hat and cane. This was a figure where we were really trying to dial in on the execution of the beard. Since it's not a full beard, we had to test some different techniques to get an accurate effect on him. So we showed him and his cane in the so yeah, we can see that here with that removable hat and the beard execution on him. So we're very happy with how that turned out. Definitely a lot of work went into making sure that looked natural, that it actually looked like hair. So we showed him and his cane in the illustration and render, and the interaction shot of him with Indy in the illustration as well. So again, yeah, the illustrations, I absolutely love the styling that we have on these. Awesome. They just look awesome.
Can't wait to see kind of how he integrates in the movie and how we can pose out our figures then to recreate those scenes.
So, okay, we have had our final Last Crusade reveal. We've had our final figure reveal, but we have one more reveal today. Because, of course, there's always a build and artifact. There's another reason we wanted that outfit for Elsa Schneider and for the Grail Knight and the Grail Knight in the line. Because combined with our Last Crusade Indy and the previously revealed Donovan, you can complete the scene with the Grail table.
Build an artifact. Oh, wow.
Yeah. He comes with a lot. So the table comes with 2 detailed supports. The tabletop itself is heavily weathered with sculpted in tablecloth. The relief sculpture is on the back of the table, and that looks really cool. Just that kind of like statue backdrop there. So, and there's also plates, false grails, chalices, 2 faux fires to go on top of the table, and there are indents on the table to help hold those items in place and to have placements since it's not all completely flat. So yeah, again, just here they are all posed out with the table. You can get a nice little sense of scale for how this all looks together. And yeah,
he's lying off to the side. Yeah, off to the side. So we are recreating our Grail Temple scene
there he
here.
is.
Maybe like over there.
Yeah,
he's off at the
out
entrance.
near the seal.
he's just chilling.
That's awesome. Indy's about to choose wisely.
Yeah,
the Grail Knight is ready. Yeah, this is great. We just need our previously released Donovan.
Exactly.
With that alternate head will be key
Oh
for
yeah,
this scene.
the alternate head is the one that will really sell this set.
That's awesome.
To recap, all of those items are mainline items. Everything will be available fall 2023 of this year, and everything we just showed will go on pre-order tomorrow, June 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. So that was it for the product reveals, but again, we were so lucky to have the following conversation. As you all know, as everyone in the community knows, our launch wave last year at PulseCon included Indy, Tote, Belloc, Sala, and Marion. Sala and Marion are, no dispute here, 2 of the most iconic characters in Indiana Jones. Other than Marcus Brody and Indy himself, they're the only 2 major characters to appear in more than one film. And they are not only I think they are his most trusted allies, Short Round as well, of course. They've both been captured in multiple toy forms from the very beginning, so they have a long history with Hasbro and Kenner as well. And we were so fortunate to have a chance to speak with the actors who portray them, Karen Allen and John Rhys Davies, about their experience in the franchise and their toy likenesses throughout the years. So let's take a look to continue the excitement. I always get really jazzed when we can speak with the wonderful actors who create the characters that we make toys out of. But as I've shared in the past, I'm an even bigger Indy fan than any other brand. Karen Allen, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. It's fun. We just saw the film, and it's kind of fun to talk about it a little. And
John Rhys Davies, I think dialing in from over in England, right?
Yes, indeed. Can I show you my wonderful view?
Absolutely. Would love to see it. That's awesome. Is that the Thames?
That is awesome.
That's the Thames, and that is
London Bridge there, isn't it? We're going to jump in with Karen, obviously portrays Marion Ravenwood in the films. And of course, in our line, we have a figure of Marion in that iconic white dress. So Karen, I think you have that figure with us. Would you like to unbox it and we can talk about it?
You want me to take it out?
Absolutely, yes. We can send you another one if you would like one in pack.
I think, over the years, I have amassed a number of these. But here is this one. Me in my lovely white dress. And it comes with a monkey. I can get it out. Comes with a little monkey.
Hinted at this. This is our retro collection. Came about a few years ago, first time in Indiana Jones, and we're recreating those original toys. Seeing it today, how does it compare to your memories, 40 years ago?
never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I would ever become an action figure. But I think that was my really amazing moment, was just when I saw it for the first time. I thought, oh my God, I'm an action figure.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, we'll certainly have much more with Karen, but we'll get John into the mix. John, we have a retro collection figure of your character Sala from Last Crusade in that outfit. Would love if you would like to unbox that and we can talk about it.
Unbox it. Oh, dear
That is a
Lord.
term in the toy world, yeah.
Oh, it does come off fairly easily, this one. Ah, look at me. There I am, but this time equipped with a gun. There we are. Look at that.
You will have hours of enjoyment with that. So we talked about this with Karen. Our retro collection includes those recreations of beloved toys from the 80s, but they also include what could have been toys in that styling, and this is a great example. So that figure never existed in the 1980s, but it's been done in the style Kenner might have done for a Last Crusade Sala figure.
There was one very similar to this, but it is an extraordinary experience of seeing yourself in miniature as a toy. Actually, the first one I saw was given to me by a then girlfriend who read, it said something like movable, posable at the shoulders, hips, and knees.
Yep.
And she said, that just about describes your acting, doesn't it?
That's amazing.
I think I threw the doll away. No, I
Oh,
didn't.
goodness. We also love the packaging style for our retro figures. So reminiscent and nostalgic for those figures that I played with as a kid. It recreates that original styling exactly. So this is the packaging for that figure, featuring that great film out where Saul is clearly resolute and ready for action. So that's our retro collection figures. As Karen mentioned, we have modern figures, our adventure series. And so we're going to see in a second a Marion Ravenwood Adventure Series figure. Karen, I believe you have that as well, if you want to open that up and we can talk about it.
I do. So here's the box, which is cool. And it's got like little photographs. And you know what's cool about this? And I just discovered it the other day. It's got one of these things where if you get all 5 of these figures, you can put together an arc. So that each one, I guess there's 2 pieces of the arc, which is cool. All right, I'm opening it up. So in this one, here, so that's that. And what was amazing to me when I saw it was how much it really looks like Marion in that early phase. And this is a much bigger, more detailed monkey. All right. Anyway, it's a very cool monkey in the little outfit, the long tail. And I think there's a frying pan in here too, although I'm not finding it right now, but often Marion comes with a frying pan. I think I did see it at one point. And then there are these little great cool pieces of the arc that you can put together.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think you mentioned the monkey has articulation. It's, I believe, the smallest character in Indiana Jones with articulation, and certainly one of the smallest in all of our lines. And you mentioned, the face, the photoreal technology is something we started doing with figures a few years ago.
And of course, it's got all this great, movement and such as well.
This is the first time ever we've done Marion in 6-inch form that is this accurate with that photoreal technology, with all of that articulation, highly decoed, amazing sculpt. So how does it compare seeing this modern figure versus the 1980s version?
Well, I just saw it for the first time a few weeks ago, and I got a total kick out of it because it's just, it's the first one that I feel like actually resembles me as the character of Marion in that film, in Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I mean, all of the detail is amazing. Just, you know, the sandals and the detail in the sandals and detail in the shirt is incredible. No, the first time I saw it, I got such a huge kick out of it. I'm getting a kick out of just looking at how well made it is, really.
So shifting over, I believe we have one more toy to unbox. Raiders of the Lost Ark, obviously Sallah in that film as well, in his dig disguise. John, I believe you have that Sallah figure. Would love to see it and hear your thoughts.
Gosh, it's very hard getting this silly image.
Perfect, right there.
Right there, very good. And look what I've got, Karen.
More.
Oh, you've got is that the top or the bottom? That's the bottom. Cool.
That's the bottom, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I bet that Harrison Ford fella's got the top of it.
The top, probably.
He's got the cherubims, or are they cherubims, or something like that. But anyway, those of us who are in.
I love this. You got a rope?
I've got a rope.
A shovel? It's cool.
Yeah, and you guys both mentioned the build an artifact feature. It's not something we do on all of our lines, but we loved it for Indiana Jones. It's such a great fit with the DNA. Obviously, the movies are all about hunting down these artifacts. And so, you know, we know that fans will buy all of these and hunt them down in order to create that artifact. So really great fit. John, so, you know, we occasionally are fortunate like this to see stars like you guys unboxing or interacting with their action figure. But here you are seeing two action figures from very different phases of the character's life. The retro figure we saw from Last Crusade, and this figure from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then, of course, we know that Sallah appears in the upcoming film, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, in the trailer. No spoilers there. John, how was it for you to take Sallah through his journey, and how do you see that journey played out in these different figures?
Well, really what struck me first time was the amazing plasticality of these things. I mean, this costume almost could be material. You know, it is a very plasticized plastic. But what I mean is, it feels like material. But I love him. When I looked at it the first time, I thought, I don't really recognize me. But when I was just showing it to you just then, there was an angle where I actually did. See my face as almost in a mirror, and that was certainly quite close to the younger me, the much younger me. I'm very impressed by this. I think it's a superb piece of sculpting and assembly. I think it's really rather wonderful and rather impressive. And this is the first time I've signed a few of these boxes already, but I hadn't actually opened one and seen inside. I'm really very impressed by this. It is a generational jump from that funny little crude figure, back in the 80s, which in itself was rather fun. But this is getting awfully close to being able to, you could pose this and make a little cartoon film out of it, couldn't you?
Absolutely. So we've been discussing action figures, but our line also includes a premium role play Staff of Ra headpiece replica. The piece is obviously a crucial part of the Raiders of the Lost Ark storyline. with both of you interacting with it in some pretty important ways. What's it like seeing this item, and does it bring back any particular memories or emotions?
Well, for me, it really does, because it was the first scene that we shot in the bar in Nepal, and we discover that Marion has it around her neck on a chain, and sort of slowly, takes it off and is deciding, her real journey sort of is what to do with this, to whether to tell him she has it or not, and whether she's going to sell it or not sell it. And what I love about it so much in the film is how they used John Williams' music and this kind of amazing, moody sort of feeling in the bar once she's left there alone. You know that it has some sort of major significance in the story, but we just don't know what yet.
That's awesome. And then John, obviously, you interact with it when we're discovering more of that significance.
They're digging in the wrong place.
Absolutely.
But how lovely to have one on a staff, to be able to put it in the ground in your house and wait for the sun to enter and illuminate exactly the spot. You, my friends, with that headpiece of the staff, you will be able to find the true ark in the right place.
Love it. I will say, John, to your point about digging in the wrong place, our design team did a little bit of an Easter egg, and there's a few different holes in that base, and it will only light up if you get it in the right hole. So trying to recreate that, entertainment piece about, measuring it out right and getting it in the right place. So we've been talking about our more fan-focused items, but we have a toy line for our younger audience as well, including our Action Kraken Whip, our Whip Action Indy, and our Worlds of Adventure line. So obviously the franchise is where it is today because younger audiences loved it in the 1980s. So how do you both feel being part of a brand so beloved by all ages and seeing so many people grow up along with the films? Action
figures were not a thing of my childhood, but they were a thing of my son's childhood. And I really treasure them. I treasure the ones that belong to him. I got kind of caught up in the love of them and started collecting them myself. And, so I think there is this wonderful legacy that surrounds a beloved film like that with these very rich characters. And then you kind of memorialize them in action figures that, kids can really enjoy and play with. And I think, at this point, there are 5 stories that they can, play with the toys and go off on their own little adventure, Indiana Jones adventures.
Indiana Jones really creates a new style of filmmaking. Yeah. And you see the extraordinary creative genius.
There's just a resonance, I think, that comes from all of these different layers of the story and layers of the characters. And it's amazing that 20 some odd years could go by without the 4th sequel. And yet, the film sort of right away somehow was able to gather that audience. Big. The films, as well as all of the, toys and action figures and things that have surrounded them from really the very beginning, have just created a deeper and deeper experience. That's a pretty powerful center for a film to have, or a group of films to have, to be able to go away from the story for 20 years, come back and have people still interested in knowing, what's going to happen with these characters.
I think meeting the fans has changed me very considerably. They've taught me so much, really getting to know how unique each one is, how we have impacted on their lives, because we've often come into their lives at a crucial moment, like my father has died and my father and I went and saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. My grandfather and my father and I went and saw that. I haven't come to the great-grandchild thing yet, but certainly the grandchild thing, yes, very much so. And it has taught me how really significant we insignificant actors became to an entire generation or two or three, and God knows, maybe 4 or 5.
Absolutely.
Generations of filmmakers, of film viewers, fans. Humbling.
How far back does Hasbro go? When was Hasbro started as a company?
So that's a great question. I promise I didn't plant that. We're actually celebrating our 100th year centennial anniversary right now. Yes, there's a whole amazing history. There's a book about it. But it started off, I believe, as a pencil company and got into toys in the 40s and 50s with Mr. Potato Head. But yeah, they've been around for a while, and obviously very fortunate to be associated with Lucasfilm for going on almost 50 years.
Wow, 100th anniversary. Well, I certainly remember Hasbro toys as a young child. So I knew it was, I went back at least that far, but wow, that's fantastic. Well, happy 100th anniversary, Hasbro. I'll just
Thank
be
you.
the first
I'll pass
to
it along. Awesome.
Happy 100th anniversary, Hasbro, and send us the book.
Absolutely, yes, I definitely will. So thank you again so much. Again, this has been amazing. So fortunate to have spent this time with you. All of you out in the community, thank you for tuning in and looking forward to seeing the film. Love the Sala figure. Thank you so much, John and Karen, and we will see you again soon. Bye, everyone.
All right, great. Bye. Bye.
That was so amazing and so special. I wish we could have all been there, but that was just such a memorable and special conversation. You know, those characters of Sala and Marion, and obviously John and Karen who portray them, like so meaningful in my own life. You know, I grew up with those characters, and just being able to be a fly on the wall of that conversation was an amazing experience. I can't say enough. I will say as well, but I will continue to say more. I will say as well, that was just a cut down version. There is a longer version that we are going to post in 2 weeks after the movie airs, because there's some stuff in there about Dial of Destiny. We didn't want any spoilers for anyone. So definitely tune back in to Hasbro Pulse YouTube for the full extended clip. It's not too long. I guarantee it'll go by in a snap, but I definitely would encourage you to come back for that. Just again, amazing conversation, really special. So that is it. Again, huge thanks to Karen Allen and John Rhys Davies. And this is the last product we're revealing before the movie airs in just 2 days, 48 hours. It's been 15 years since we've been able to see that, and I just can't wait. I actually do have my tickets booked already for Friday morning. I'm going to be right there. Just hearing that John Williams score when the Indy logo comes up, you know, it's only happened 5 times before in history. This will be the 5th. So really amazing. Can't wait. I'm sure everyone out there, if they're watching this, is excited as well. So yeah, when last we talked to you, we will have all experienced Indy back on the big screen. We will see you in a few weeks at SDCC. I'll let you know, we won't have any new Indy product to reveal there. but we will be showing the entire line we've revealed thus far. Worlds of Adventure, 12-inch Indy, the Whip, Adventure Series, Retro Collection, all there on display for the first time. I hope everyone out there enjoyed the show. I know we did. We will see you soon. Thank you so much and goodbye.
See ya.